How's it going, everybody? Welcome to the channel. This is Big Daddy Dave, and this is a continuation of a Let's Play series on Farming Simulator 22 for the map called Lands of La Mancha. And where we last left off, we had planted these pair of fields right here with some oilseed radish last month. As you can see, check it out. We're now into September 1. We've rolled ahead, the money has gone up. We did complete a few more contracts that popped up before the end of the month. Skip through to the next day so we can start really kind of sinking our teeth into the whole monthly cycle. We are now officially on 3-day months. You can see it says September 1 at the very top. We have some rain incoming, so we are going to have to do any harvesting that we have to do right away, or else we're going to take that yield deficit, and we do not want that. So first we are going to hop into the tractor here, fire that up, and we are going to go ahead and plant some wheat in this field here. We were going to do some barley, but then I got to thinking about it, and might as well do some of the crop that we already have to kind of bolster up our supply of wheat that we have already. So we're gonna be more than adequately covered for chickens. And now that we have all this going in, we're gonna be able to roll this shortly after and be good to go. But if we hop out, we'll go ahead and hire a worker and let them kind of continue on. You can see how we have 185, about 100 nitrogen right now, so we're actually not doing too bad. We're gonna let her just kind of continue on doing her thing. Yeah, and we're gonna run off to the store there to pick up some of our contract equipment. We will see you over there as soon as we get there. Okay, we made it up to the shop here. You can see we have accepted quite a few contracts. We have a spraying contract, we have a weeding contract, and we have a harvesting contract. We really want to get on that harvesting contract sooner rather than later. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to grab this, we are going to grab this Kubota and get it out of the way, because we want to get on this contract as quickly as possible. Now we're going to pick up this Raisin mash. Like I said, what we're trying to do here, if you're unfamiliar, you take a deficit in yield for harvesting while in the rain. So we want to get this contract done as quickly as possible so that we don't take that yield deficit. And ultimately what that's going to do is just eat into our overage as to what we would be able to keep for ourselves. So we don't want to do that. I don't want to give up any yield that I don't have to. So, and the fields are already yielding, pretty abysmal amounts to begin with, because most of them have been unkempt and whatnot. So it kind of is what it is. But there we go. So the harvesting contract is over on field 18. That is down south over by our contract there. So we will go ahead and take this Raisin mash down there and get them working. And that way we don't have to skip any beats. Because the other two contracts, it doesn't matter if it's rain, shine, whatever. We can spray, we can weed, whenever. But harvesting is one of the only ones where the weather will affect the quality of your return. So we don't want that. So I'm going to spare you the long trek at 14 miles an hour. See you over there. One thing we're going to do is we're definitely going to hire a worker for this one, but we're also going to check out our field there. Now that our other worker has made a couple more passes, we'll be able to see just how much a fertilizer increase that gives us. Now the nice thing about doing the oilseed radish as a cover crop is you get that free fertilizer state, which is not state, but that free fertilizer that you get from plowing that under. But you also get a little bit cheaper of a investment because the seed is so much cheaper than fertilizer. So you can kind of use that as your first initial pass, and it even works on seasons like I'm doing here. So it's really nice that you get kind of a cheaper alternative, and you will see just when we get over there. Sorghum. Yes. Okay. But I will run right over there because it's just a hop skip. But you'll see just how much of a difference it makes. Because this field, you can see, was on a very low... okay. Was on a very low nitrogen level. You can see it's on 0 at the moment. But then we come over here, and yeah, it's only on 25. It's not a huge amount, but it's better than nothing. It's a little bit less than, or a little bit more than what we had to start with. So that's all good. And this particular crop, requires a pretty decent amount of fertilizer. So you need to get it up to 200. So going from 0 to 20 is better than going from 0 to 200. Or I'm sorry, 25 to 200 is better than... wow. 25 to 200 is better than 0 to 200. There we go. While they're chugging away, I'm going to run back to the shop, pick up the trailer for the delivery portion of this. This is going up to, looks like the shipping yard, as a matter of fact, so that's all good. But I will bring us back once we get the trailer down. We are rapidly approaching the field 18, where our harvester is just churning away. And after we drop this tractor and trailer off, we will go ahead and hustle over back to the shop, and we are going to get the other equipment running, rock and roll. We've got a lot of workers we are going to be hiring in this episode, just because we want to get as much as we possibly can done, because I have been mulling over doing something in the production chain side, and I think it would be kind of a cool thing to do, but gonna need a little bit more money to do it. So let me bring us back in once I get all the other equipment set up, and we'll go from there. So we are over here just emptying out this harvester. We're gonna probably have at least one more trip of filling up this harvester, but we'll kind of see how that goes. But we will see you back at some of the other projects. Like I said, we're going to be doing a lot of running back and forth and kind of figuring things out as we go, because right now we've got a lot of stuff going on and we've got to get them done. So this is going to be a busy episode, y'all. I hope we can get everything done that we want to, because now we're on accelerated days, but we have, longer months. So we'll see how it goes. All right. Catch you back in a bit. Okay. As you can see, we picked up the equipment for the spraying contract, and now we've got to figure out how we are going to kind of work around this. This is some big equipment on some relatively small fields. Well, you know what? I guess we can go in right here. This will work. Alright, so it's not as big. Whoa. That person wasn't paying any attention. Alright, let's see how this goes. Contracts like these, the drone that I bought, that's worth its weight in gold. Being able to just see behind the tractor and kind of see where I've been. But won't take too many passes, maybe 2 or so passes, and then we'll, as we typically do, we'll leave the equipment in the field and go from there. Alright, well now we're all the way over here at the waiting contract. We're going to get a worker all set up and ready to go here. There we go. We'll let them continue on doing their thing and check back in on them later. Okay, as you can see, we have picked the harvester back up because it is totally done. Thankfully, I was able to finish before the rains picked up. My guess is rains are probably going to be somewhere around, let's see, maybe around noon? Oh no, 10 o'clock. But what's the hell? Check it out, it's not even going to last that long. So, not too shabby. We'll be fine. Miss out on our productivity. Alright, now we've got to drive the tractor over to the sell point. Let's go ahead and get it over there. And you can see that shipping yard of ours is already starting to work miracles, because I feel like all last month we were just doing nothing but shipping to the farmer's market, shipping to the farmer's market. We were driving all the way out there all the time, and it was just so far to get there. But now we're, you know, seeing more and more contracts where they are actually sending it to the shipping yard. So we must be providing a really needed service around here, because I guess the only place for the longest time that did a lot of business was the farmer's market. Now, you know, we're going to be cutting in on their territory. They might not be happy with us, but you know, that's kind of part and parcel with you know, business. You know, you gotta do the job better than the next person, and if you don't, then you're gonna go out of business. You know, and I certainly don't want to drive anybody out of business, but I certainly don't want to miss out on the opportunity to make some money. And check it out. Our contract on 40 must be done because the worker took off. Okay, dropping off all of the sorghum here at the shipping yard. Sold whatever excess we had because it wasn't that going to be that much. Made an extra $442. And now we told them that we were just going to leave the trailer at the shipping yard, because I can say that because it's my yard. But yeah. We'll go check out on the other contracts, fire up the next contract, so we're, you know, continuing to make money. We'll see you over there. Okay, made back to the shop. Let's go ahead and collect on those 2 contracts. Bam, bam. Alright, not bad. Made over 7 grand. That makes me happy. We've got the 1 weeding contract that's getting worked on. We can do this other sorghum. Let's see. Field 52, where's that at? Up north? It's not too far. Yeah, let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and do that. So, borrow the equipment. We're just gonna have a worker deliver this equipment, because why not? There they go. They're gonna get a good head start in front of us, because this Ras Al Mash, we gotta load it up still, and not only we gotta load it up, but then we gotta take it down there, and it only goes 14 miles an hour, so we ain't gonna go anywhere. We are not going anywhere anytime fast. Wow, I cannot talk today. We can see way off in the distance over there. There's our worker. He's already boogieing over. So, that's awesome. That's exactly what we want him to do. So what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to go all the way out by 55. Go into that roundabout over by 55, and then go north onto the first off-ramp of the roundabout, first exit, and then go all the way out to 52. So this is going to take a few minutes just because of the speed. I will cut us back in when we get over there. Okay, so we've made it here to field 52. I'm going to go ahead and fire this up and get to clearing off this field. We're going to do a headland around, and then we're going to get a worker going. And I don't anticipate this taking too long. We should be able to... Yeah, we should be able to hire somebody and make pretty short work of this. So we'll cut back in once we can get it working going. Okay, we've finished our headland, so what we're going to do now is get on a good straight part. We can just kind of turn the worker onto. Thinking right here should be perfect. There we go. Yeah, excellent. Alright. We'll let them get going on that. Got our Kubota here to make our deliveries as we need them. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to head back to our tractor over on our field just to see how they're doing. They should be done by now, as far as I'm aware. And yeah, we'll get going with what I think our next big expansion is going to be. We'll see you in a sec. Okay. So it looks like this worker is all done. Going to go ahead and fire up our motor here. And one thing I'm going to do is just kind of give the map a glance just real quick to make sure that everything is looking like we want it to look. Yeah, look at that. So you can see here in field 17 everything is planted with wheat. We still have oilseed radish in 16, and we have canola here in 14. So we are kind of breaking up our fields and kind of going with the flow. I'm hopeful that after this next season we'll be able to have enough money to purchase this field 15, and we might consider maybe combining some of these fields. I'm not sure. Maybe we'll make 16, 15, 17 all one field. Maybe leave 14 as kind of a separate field for something else. Don't know. We'll see how that goes. But let's go ahead and take all this equipment back, because now we don't need this anymore. And once we get to the farm, I will take a look, see how we're doing on the way of progress for money, and yeah, see if we can do what we're kind of planning here. I've got something worked out in my head. We'll see how it goes. We'll see you over there though. Alright, so we made it back to the farm here. We are going to just continue to stack up all of our equipment. You know, shouldn't be doing this. We should find a better way to kind of organize things, but for right now it's more important to just kind of get things rolling the way we need them to, and then kind of clean up, you know, as we go along. But what we do have to start doing is we have to start washing all of our equipment, because this is... I just got a good look at our cedar here, and it is trashed. We've got to take good care of this tractor too, because you know, this is our only tractor, so we've got to make sure it treats us good, and we got to treat it good. So we're gonna wash this off. Just grab the garden hose, and we will give it a good bath that it deserves. There we go, nice and clean. Now the cedar here. Ooh, man, this thing was filthy. And now our extra tank here. You know what? I think, yeah, let's go use it for spray down. We might as well just give our equipment just a good once over, because we haven't been really keeping up with it too well. Right. I think that's good for now. Let's go ahead and take our Valtra, hook up to our roller, because we've got to now roll out that seed bed. Gonna have to hook this up behind us. But now that we're over here, we are first going to look into what might be the future plans. So, we're here at the farm, and I've got this money burning a hole in my pocket. And I want access to manure and slurry so we can buy, or I'm sorry, so we can make fertilizer. Because that's going to be a big money maker once we can start selling it in excess. So, I'm thinking some sheep would be a good place for us to put down some animals that can give us access to that stuff. Now, we do have 2 hay bales from one of our contracts that we had the other day. So I'm thinking that'll be good for feed. And I'm thinking that I'm thinking this one right here, this animal barn pack, go with our chickens. We've got tons of space to kind of lay this out. Maybe back here in the corner. Bum, bum, bum. And I'm thinking, after we get this flock of sheep, because this holds 65 sheep, this is a pretty good amount of sheep. But I'm thinking that eventually we're going to get one of these pens. Like, look at this. These are not wool sheep. These are actually a different kind of sheep. These are specifically meant for milking. And you can see in the top left corner of these pens the various amounts, or I'm sorry, that they differ from normal sheep in the ways that they actually give milk as opposed to wool. And if we look here, nope. So we come down here. Look at that, wool. On the market, we can get up to 2,181 per 1,000 liters for the wool, but check out what we can do with the sheep's milk. 1,476. So we get less for that, but eventually we can buy the production point to create sheep cheese. And that will be a huge moneymaker. Look at 4,000 per 1,000 liters. That's not bad. And I think all it takes is a bit of sheep's milk. So if that's the case, we buy the dairy eventually. Buy a dairy that will process these sheep milk and make cheese. Will be golden. Be absolutely golden. But right now we just need the sheep so we can get access to manure and slurry. So what we are going to do, so I think we're going to just put in that one shed. And yeah, so I'm thinking somewhere, nope. Let's see. I'm thinking something like this, maybe? Kind of offset from the chicken. That, or did something like, maybe something like that? Kind of have a nook? It made me get into eggs a little difficult, but that'd be okay, I guess. Then we could just kind of, That, or what if we put them over in this corner here? I don't know. Maybe? So then I'm thinking over in this end here we could have the cow barn. What would that look like? I'm thinking eventually of doing cows. That'd be good in the corner over here. Yeah. Okay. That, or if I disable the alterations, maybe? Do something like this? Yeah, okay. The fence kind of gets buried in there, but that's alright. That's alright. I think that'll work out. Now let's go ahead and kind of clean this up a bit, because this is looking a little rough. Okay. Alright, check it out. We've got us a, we got us a cow barn, or a sheep barn. I'm okay with that. So we need water, we need food. So that we're both gonna need our tractor for. So let's, we're gonna have to drop that roller real fast, because that just dawned on me. We're gonna need our front loader as well as our bale spike. Actually, we could probably just leave our pallet forks on, because pallet forks will skewer it. Doesn't have to be pretty. We're going to need our pallet forks so we can do all that fertilizer that's sitting there. Okay, so yeah, it's going to be a little tight over here, but we should be able to make that work. Okay, check it out. Got a bale of hay right here. Now we should be able to just take this right over to the... just like that. Yeah, look at that, filling it right up. Oh, and there goes the bale. And now we're going to take our next bale that we had over here. Oh, you know what? Let's go ahead and skewer it from the side. Yeah, just like that. And now this bale won't go anywhere. We'll just put it right there over the trigger. And it'll just take from this bale every time it needs to, top off. So these sheep should be good for a while. Check that out. Perfect. Now we're going to run over and take care of these fertilizer pallets because they're in the way and they're driving me nuts. Now I should be able to... somewhere... Nope. There we go. Now... check that out. Perfect. Almost spun around and smacked that thing. Alright, well, I need to make a phone call and get some sheep delivered. So once I'm done with this, I'm gonna make a call and get those sheep on their way. Hopefully by the time we get back to when I cut back in, there'll be some sheep. We'll see you all in a bit. check it out. We've got us some sheep. We just bought 10 sheep, had them delivered. And of course they deliver them right as the heavens open and it starts to rain. Oh man, but yeah, we've got access to slurry manure now because of the sheep. So I'm pretty excited about that. We are going to run a bit of water and whatnot to our production point over here in the corner just because it's out and needs it. So we are gonna do that just real fast, and then we are going to probably run a load of manure and a load of slurry over there because the sheep are already peeing and pooping. So it's not going to be a whole heck of a lot at the moment, but it'll be enough to get us started. So we're just gonna, like I said, just top off this production with some water because they needed it. Let's see. We've got some road salt left, so we can produce some herbicide. We don't have any stones, so we can't produce any more lime. But you can see, I mean, we've got 20,000 liters of lime, 21,000 liters of herbicide already. I mean, we're doing fantastic right now. And soon we're gonna have that. So I'm gonna go ahead and just turn that on because why not? It's going to be on. Going to be here in a second. Have the inputs. So, like I said, it's not going to be a whole heck of a lot to start out with. It's just enough to, you know, because they've been doing their thing already. There we go. Now the one thing that the delivery guys were telling me when they dropped off these sheep was make sure you rake out their pens often. Sheep poop, they poop a lot, and yeah, you need to make sure you keep it clean because they can get a lot of diseases and built up bacteria and stuff that are in their hooves or in their in their feet. So there we go. So you want to just make sure that you're tidying them after them. So got this wheelbarrow. I'm just going to keep it over here, you know, and gonna rake out their pen every couple of days, and should be good to go. They'll be happy, and they'll produce all the manure I need. Let's see now. Check that out. I am so excited about that because now that means that we're gonna get some fertilizer. It's gonna be a 1-to-1 ratio, so we should get about 4,000 liters, a little over 4,000 liters to start. So it isn't too bad. And I'm thinking whatever gets produced, whatever gets, oh jeez. Whatever gets produced over here is probably just going to get sold when it's not in use or not needed. So it's just one of those that we can get a pretty good price, and we might be able to start supplying the whole the whole region with fertilizer. You know, we start getting cows and whatnot, we'll be able to, you know, get even more manure, and we get pigs, we'll get even more manure and slurry. I mean, just the possibilities is just endless. But we are going to now drive down to the field so we can roll them out, get it all situated, and I don't think outside of that, I don't think there's anything else that necessarily has to be done to that field. Either one of the two fields that are planted at the moment. And I think the third field that we have there, I think I decided we're definitely going to do soybeans in that last field because, you know, it'd be nice to have that kind of little cash crop. Probably just sell it outright as soon as we harvest it so we get a little influx of money. Well, it also depends on how well we're doing at the time, because you know, if we continue to get contracts the way we are and keep working for, you know, around the valley here, we'll be able to, you know, we'll be able to stave off, you know, all the hardships from the winter that's coming. But we're almost to our field. We're gonna roll it out. One thing that has just occurred to me is our weed management over on this field is non-existent. We don't have any way to manage weeds. We don't have the equipment, so that's going to be the next piece of equipment we're going to have to buy very soon. So more than likely, once that fertilizer's made, we're going to try and sell that like first thing. There we go. Rolling it out. Just kind of jumped out in front of them. We're going to have to bring over the fertilizer spreader here in this, after this is all said and done, and do this. Why is this so low? Rolling. Yeah, I forgot to roll this field over here. Oh, it's so low because I don't have any fertilizer on it. Okay, wow. My brain's just not working today. Alright, well, I gotta go check on those other fields and see how they're doing. We'll see y'all in a little while. Oh man, so we got here and it occurred to me, I hope this worker's been stopped for a while, because we'll go ahead and unload him. Because if he's been harvesting in the rain, he's going to get a yield deficit, which means it's going to make it even harder for this contract to not just be completed, but to be, you know, even collected on. I don't know, we'll see. Hopefully everything's okay. I'm going to bring the Kubota over here. More than likely we'll just empty him out, and then we'll go and deliver this over to, or have the worker that was here, because he's sitting over on the side of the field, you know, in his truck, waiting for me to show up. I'm thinking we'll go ahead and just have him deliver this to a production point, because it just so happens this is a contract that I put out. I'm in I shouldn't say I put it out, but it's in conjunction with the field owner. He wanted me to harvest, and he's gonna have me produce some seeds for him with this entire crop, so he can use this for his farm next year. He owns several plots in the area, so we're just gonna go ahead and have the worker deliver this. So we're going to have him bring this back right where he's at. Yeah. And there he goes. Okay. We're going to go ahead and just turn this off because no sense in using up fuel. Alright, now we're going to go check out the other. Alright, so I was on my way over and realized that I needed to check my phone and realized that, hey, there's a text message from the guy who's working on the other field in the weed contract, and he says he's all done. So he turned off the equipment, he left it over by the field. So we're going to go ahead and just, boop, collect on it. 225 bucks, not bad. Just a little bit of extra cash, so not a big money maker, not a big deal. Now we got to wait on this harvesting contract. So at this point, let's just go back to our field because that's really all we can do at the moment because of the rain, and we will just figure it out from there. See you over there. Okay, so this guy is doing a great job. He's rolling out the entirety of the field. Just make sure we're not in his way. But doing a great job. Look at it. Look at this. This is exactly what we needed. Once he's done, we'll be able to run back to the farm, grab our fertilizer spreader, go ahead and fertilize this to make sure that it's got the nitrogen that it needs to be able to function properly and get us a full yield bonus, because right now we're showing, because of the lack of the nitrogen, it's going to be pretty low yield, about quarter reduction of what we normally get. So we're gonna get that back up and running. So we're gonna go ahead and hop in with him while he's working, and we'll check out how things are going here. You can just hear that rain just spattering the cabin of this tractor. But like the forecast said, shouldn't last too long. Hopefully by 11 o'clock it should be kind of up and out of here. So that's what I'm gonna hope for, at least. Well, check it out. Worker got everything all done. We're gonna hop back to the farm real quick, and we're gonna pick up our fertilizer spreader, and we're gonna call that field done until it's time to harvest. There's really nothing left to do to it. We just need to sit back, hold tight, and kind of let it do its thing. So, and while we're there, we're gonna check out how that fertilizer is doing, because we need some cash. Running about 15k, 15.5. We're pretty low on my standards. I don't like to run this low, especially with winter coming. So we will go up to the shipping yard. I've got some contacts where we might be able to sell it and get a decent price for it. Thinking maybe about 2k per 1,000 liters. So might be able to give around 10, 11k. Just something to tide us over for a little while. But it's my hope, at least. Hopefully nothing falls through, and everything goes according to plan. But as the saying goes, best laid plans of mice and men often go astray. But you can really see just how our farm is really coming along here. Like it's I'm really kind of tickled pink with how this is going. We've got sheep, we've got chickens, we've got the production site here on the farm. And you know what? I wonder. I've got 5,000 liters of fertilizer here. I wonder if it'd be something worth just selling. Well, no, because my next field's gonna need it. But now I can produce lime or lime fertilizer, herbicide, all that stuff, maybe it would be a good idea just to eventually sell that whatever I have left over. You know, even if it's like 4,000 liters at the end of the day, it's, you know, better than, you know, better than nothing. That's another, you know, 10 grand. So you figure I could potentially, ooh shit, potentially make 20 grand on just I figure I could make potentially 20 grand on just fertilizer. I don't know. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how things kind of lay out. I mean, probably wouldn't be a half bad idea to take that 10 grand that I make and reinvest in something. I just don't know what. We've got. Oh, you know what? That just occurred to me. We still have all those grapes from way back when we first got here. They're still making raisins over there. That might be something worth looking into. Let me check that out. Yeah, look at that. There's definitely raisins that should be available. Alright. That field. Oh yeah, look at that. That's now perfect. Yep. It's exactly what was missing. Okay, so I decided to come stroll over towards this, what I thought originally was my silo holdings, because I was told it was a grain shed. You know, things. So I just figured it was going to be a place where I could keep my crops. You know, keep them out of the weather and whatnot. But turns out this grain shed was repurposed and retrofitted with grapes and raisins in mind. Grapes, raisins, and grape juice. So I harvested the couple of fields down there, 69, what was it, 69, 71, and 72. Uh, Harvested those, all the grapes off of them, and since then they've been producing raisins, and they've got a big old box of raisins here ready for me. Uh, Here's a 5,000 liter pallet of raisins, and they still got 10,000 liters to process. You know, it's raisins. It takes time to dehydrate them and get them into, you know, raisins. But yeah, that's something that we're gonna be looking to sell sometime in the not too distant future. I mean, let's take a look. Raisins would be there. Oh wow, the grocery is taking raisins at 2,800. Whoa. Oh wow. We might just go ahead and sell that box of raisins right there. That'd bring us 10 grand. Yeah, I think we're gonna run back to the farm and pick up our tractor with the front end loader. And yeah, that'd just be silly not to. Yep, I'll see you over there. Alright, well I had hooked up the tractor to this trailer here, but considering it's just one pallet, I don't need to convert this trailer into a transport trailer. Well, you know what? It might be a good idea to do that, because if I don't do that, then I run the risk of it sliding off the forks. I'm going all up and down, up and down this really gnarly what is going on here? Alright, there we go. I just run the risk of it falling off my forks. And with all the terrain, all the sweeping hills and all that, it'd probably just be best to bite the bullet. So, yeah, so I think I'm gonna just take it inside the shop and have it worked on. So, give me just a few seconds to work on this. Okay, I'm gonna run into my shop real quick, grab my toolbox. I'm just gonna go ahead and convert this trailer over to its transporting configuration. Let's go on this side. Yep. Alright, let's, we'll just set this down right here. And now we will run over to the now Raisin Factory. And pick up our pallet of raisins, throw it on the trailer. And then everybody's happy. I'll make a fair bit of cash from that one box of raisins. Work out rather nicely, I think. Let's go ahead and drop that down just a bit. I really hope that the rain's stopping soon. Oop, 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 oop. I thought they said it was going to be around 10 when it stopped, but it's still coming down hard enough to need the wipers. Let's see, so here is the factory. Oh, slow it down there, big boy. Oh. Okay, now we actually need to shrink this down just a bit. There we go. Perfect. Thought that was shrunk down far enough, but it was not. Okay. Look at that. 5,000 liters of raisins. This is gonna be nice. So, put that. Hey, the rain stopped. All right, well, I'm gonna have to give the worker a call and tell him that he's gonna need to get back to work. Okay, now let's throw a couple straps over it. So it's all nice and secure. Perfect. Drop that down. Now we'll go to the grocery. Alright. See everybody when we get there. Okay, well, we made it to the grocery. Believe we have to go around this side here. up this little ramp. Yeah, look at that. Perfect. Look at that. 15 grand for one pallet of raisins. Heck yeah. Perfect. Alright, so as you can see, we caught back up with the harvester. Continuing to make some progress on that front. But I think that's what we're going to call this episode. We got a lot accomplished. We got one of our fields completely taken care of, and it's going to be, you know, undisturbed for the rest of the season until it's time to harvest. We've got a new sheep pen there at the farm, and we've got yeah, several contracts under our belts. I think all in all, we did pretty good this evening. I think we got a lot accomplished. But thank you all very much for joining. If you like this episode, please like, share, subscribe, follow, do all the things that the algorithms enjoy you doing to show that you are engaged and you know, in liking the channel. If you'd like, please leave comments. I do attempt to try and read all my comments and, you know, go through them. So if you got any suggestions and how you'd like to see this series go forward, you know, like I said, just leave a comment. Thanks again, everybody, and take care and have a great day.